Hey guys, it's Luke from RetroRevival here, and as you can see today, I'm of course on Minecraft, and Merry Christmas everyone! It is the 25th of December, so of course it's Christmas Day. I hope everyone's had a great day, got all the gifts they want, spending it with their families, safe at home. And as I always do on Christmas, I'm going to go around my Minecraft world and show you what has changed. And as I did last year, I've actually put some glowstone over the new things in my world. And as you will see as I go around, I have not actually built as much in my city this year, but I've actually had a lot of different huge projects around the world, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it. And as you can see, there's one over my house, and there's been a few changes in my house this year, and they are all in the basement. Hello, 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 Jeremy the Iron Golem. I haven't put my Christmas tree up this year because I've been lazy. I'm so sorry, guys. But let's go into the basement. And the first difference is right here. This is actually deeper than it was last year, as you can see here. I didn't really know how to make this look good, so I've just added this extra staircase piece here. And here is the first new thing. I've now got an aquarium in my basement, and if you press this button, we have a little fish come out, and we've got a puffer fish in there at the moment. So yeah, I just thought this looked really cool, and I like this design. And as you will see later, this actually shows up more often, but this isn't the only change in my basement. And if you come down here, you will see that I've actually extended my shining room. And if we come down here, there's a few things you've already seen, like this, and I've actually made a tutorial on how to make this on my channel, and it was actually one of my most popular videos this year, and thank you guys so much for watching it. And if you're interested, I will make all of these. Just let me know. You saw this one last year. I'm actually going to show you all of them now. So you've got the twins in the corridor. Then next up we have the red bathroom, which Jack and Grady have the conversation in. And I can make this in a tutorial as well if you want. And then the new ones have glowstone over the doors. So I'm actually going to walk all the way down to the end. And this first one, boom, if you walk in here, it is Stuart Ullman's office from the start of The Shining. And I think this looks so cool. I think it's pretty accurate. And I love having like these little scenes, or like vignettes, I guess you could say, from The Shining. I just think it looks really cool. So there's the first new one done. And if we run over to the far wall, this is probably the least exciting one. And if you walk in here, it is the bar. I haven't done this one very well, but you can see here that here's the bar stool that Jack sits on, and here is, of course, the bar. And if you've seen The Shining, you'll know exactly what this scene is. And this is also pretty easy to make, so if you want another tutorial, let me know. And then the final new one is right over here, and this is, of course, the bathroom. Now, this is actually the bathroom from room 237, so this is actually the bath that has the old lady in it. So if you guys want me to make this one as well, just let me know in the comments below. So guys, those are actually all the changes in my house this year, but as I said, this corridor has got a hell of a lot longer, and I'm planning to make more rooms in this by next year. So our house is now done. That was the first change of this year. So I think there's another one over here if we keep going. Yes, here we go. And I know this is pretty laggy because it's on my Xbox 360, but anyway, here's the quiet area of my world with a chapel and a blacksmith's and a graveyard. I think it looks very nice. And then on the end here, I have added a new building, which is a mosque. Of course, this is the Muslim place of worship, and I thought because we have a chapel for Christians, we need to have a mosque as well for Muslims. And I think this building just looks really cool with the dome on top, and I thought, well, it's only fair to have a bit of multiculturalism. And I just love the shape of it, really. I just love it all. So now we're going to fly over here. Let's let the world load in a little bit. And let's try and find something else that is new. I think there's something over here. So if we keep going, yeah, there's one down here. And this is actually a building that I have finished since last year. So let's get rid of the block. Boom, there we go. Let's go down. And this is our Italian restaurant. And I actually built this shell last year, but I've actually done the inside now with a big pizza oven in the background and these tables and chairs put in. I just think it looks really cool, and it's just another building in my world. Then if we fly over here a little bit, you can find this building right here, and I have a treetop village over here, and I've just extended it over to here. So it was originally just this one place, but I've actually built a little pathway around to this tree over here, which is a tree I built myself. And you can just see right here that there's just another walkway. And I might add another one to this, I don't know. I just think it looks pretty cool having like an Ewok village up in the trees. Now for our next change, we're going to fly over here to this residential part. And if you walk around here and across this bridge, I actually flattened out loads of land over here last year, and I've actually used some of it this year, so I'm going to show you what I've done right now. So this first building looks kind of bland, but if you actually go inside, you will find something very interesting, and you have to walk through here to get in. And this is a museum, because I thought, well, we've got loads of really cool things in our world, so let's have a museum. You've got the front desk, you've got some art over there, you've got some heads, you've got some interesting things here, like the book. You've got a little model of Egypt. I know this looks kind of dumb, but I just thought, oh, it looks kind of cool. We got some eggs in here, and then if you go upstairs, you've got a little display of this skeleton of a dinosaur. You've got one of these things from the end, I can't remember what they're called. You have the dragon head, and then right by this is this kind of like weird rug pattern that I did. And then you've got the dragon egg, and a little sculpture of a mammoth. And then the main part of this is the thing in the middle, which is a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. And when I mean skeleton, I mean like the skull, and I just think this looks so cool. It's a bit of a shame you can't see it very well, but it just looks amazing. And then next to this museum is one of my huge projects, which I was talking about before, and this is a school. Now, I already have a school in my world, so I'm actually going to renovate that one into a primary school and make this one like a secondary/high school, and this is unbelievably huge. So I haven't actually done any of the inside yet, and this is going to take me forever to do. But I've done the main part of the outside, and if I fly up, you'll see how big this is. We've got a lawn here, so if I fly up, just look how immensely huge this is. Look, I am still flying up, and it is just absolutely huge. So let's just drop down and show you what the back of the school looks like. So over here you've got a football pitch, a little miniature football pitch, and then over here you've got a little basketball court, and somewhere for people to hang out at lunch and break and all that. So this is going to be my high school, and there's actually a secret little story behind this build. This used to be a huge mountain, all of this, and I had to basically get rid of it all and mine every single block myself. I've had no help with this. And then I've done a bit of landscaping to try and make it like flow with the land. You can see there's not loads of snow all over it, which is basically where I've got rid of, basically. I've also planted loads of trees and added snow on them all, so this has been a huge project this year. So now I'm actually going to fly over to my city, just to show you the few buildings which I have built. But first, there's this tiny little detail right here, so we're going to get rid of this block. And down by my skate park is this little walkway, and now you can walk through this little mountain and above one of the canals, just to come out to this side, to this residential area. But let's fly through here, and let's go to the actual city itself. And here you can see some more blocks, and we're just going to go around each building. I'm going to explain what they are. So let's fly over here first, and opposite the Apple Store is this building. Now this is like a GameStop, which they have in America, or like the UK equivalent is Game in this country. So if you walk in here, there's a few places where you can get some games. There's some different bits of gaming merch, and I just think this place looks really cool, and it's actually pretty much what a game shop looks like. Then next to this, right next to the music arena, is this music store, and this is basically just like a record shop, very small. There's a few like long boxes here, I guess. That's what you could call them, I guess. Just to have a look through some vinyls, and it's only a very small shop, but it's supposed to look like a jukebox in Minecraft, and it's got a little black musical note here, and I just think this is a really cool and little build. Then next to this place is another fast food place that you can eat at, and this is Burger King. And in here, it's just very colourful with all the Burger King colours, and it just looks really cool. Then tucked away behind this Burger King in this huge mass of trees is another little train station which leads to the main train station in my world. And then the inside's just like the same old thing I've done for every other train station. But then next to this train station, if you fly over here, is a jewellery store. And if you walk in here, it looks quite posh, I guess you could say. It's very interesting colours. I'm not a huge fan of this store. It's kind of like a more forgettable one, but it's just here. So now if we fly over here past this amazing music arena, it's still one of my favourite things I've built in this world. You'll find a few things which I've built since last year, and one of them is something I've actually finished since last year. And it is this cinema, and I've really been missing the cinema recently, seeing as they haven't been open for a while. I know they're starting to open again now. But here it is, completely done, and if you go in, it's all furnished now. You got the foyer out here, and then if you go in here, you've got the giant cinema screen. So I've actually got a few cinemas now in my world, and I'd probably say this one is probably the coolest. So now if we fly over here, there's actually 2 new buildings, and one of them is very self-explanatory, and it is this huge building right here, and this is a nightclub, because I thought, right, we've got the music arena right here, so this is going to be like my nightlife area, so I thought we need to have a nightclub. And then next to this is this tiny little shop here, and this is actually a tattoo parlour, because I thought it kind of goes well with the whole metal arena and the nightclub next door, so a tattoo parlour kind of fits here. Now the next change is over here. It's only a tiny little thing, so it won't take very long to kind of explain what it is. And this river has just had this little dip in, kind of like a water hole, so I thought it'd be kind of interesting because the village is right here. So they have like this little lip that goes in here, just so this river didn't look so artificial, really. And I think in the future I might like dip down some of this just so it looks a bit more normal, and then it isn't just 1 block deep. So you never know, in next year's video you might see that. So guys, those are all the changes in my city, but as I've said, I've got 2 huge, and I mean huge, projects which I've really sunk my teeth into this year. And if you've seen the thumbnail, you can see what one of them is, and then the other one is just as amazing. So actually I'm going to go to the thumbnail one first, so I'm going to need to fly all the way over here into the swamplands, and I haven't built anything over here just yet. But as you can see now, I have this huge and amazing medieval town, and I've watched a lot of Game of Thrones this year. I've really gotten into that show, I love it, and I've also been watching The Witcher, which is pretty good, not as good, but just look at this place. I'm actually going to go over it all really quickly for you now. So you've got the castle walls, which I think are really artistic. I didn't want it just to be like this huge grey blob, so I've made these really cool walls. If you go in, you've got a few crop fields. This first place is a blacksmith's. Then next to this, you have some stables with some horses. Then you've just got these little houses, some like farmhouses, I guess. Some more fields. Another extra little farmhouse with some chickens. Some more crops. You've got a cow here, a pig here. You've also got this really cool building, which is a tavern, with some more rooms upstairs. I think this all looks awesome. Then if you come down here, you have a baker's shop, and across from this, a butcher's as well. Then you've got this really cool marketplace here, just selling some, I guess you could say, just some normal medieval stuff, like beer, and milk, and eggs, and stuff like that, just all over. Then this first building right here is an armory, so you can get all your armor and swords and stuff. Then you've got a watermill with this really cool design. I'm really happy with how this turned out. You've also got an archery range, and then the main building of it all is this huge sort of manor house over here, which just looks awesome. And then when you put all of this together with like the winding paths and little ponds and things, I think it just looks absolutely amazing, and I love this. So this is just one of the huge projects, and the other one, which I've saved as a surprise to the end, is over by the theme park, and it's not actually a ride, but it's something right next to the theme park. So guys, I'm going to turn around and you're going to see this huge project. I've literally been building this since last year. So without further ado, 1, 2, 3, let's turn around, and boom, I've made an entire cruise ship. So I'm actually going to show you guys this in detail very soon, but if we turn around and just go down here, there's a few extra things I've done. So there's like this little dock area which I've made, and we've got a few boats down here, little comedy boats. So you've got a duck, you've got a swan, which looks really cool, and a little penguin. Then you've also got this really cool speedboat right here made out of snow, and this also looks really cool. But come on, this cruise ship is just amazing. So I'm actually going to show you everything of this cruise ship on the outside and then go inside. So first of all, you've got this deck with some deck chairs and some umbrellas, and this really cool jacuzzi at the front. Then there's the windows at the front, and some windows for the rooms on the sides. You've also got the swan, because I believe I've called this the swan. You've got these blue things on top, which all cruise ships have for some reason, I guess just for detail. Then you have some balconies on the sides, and some lifeboats on the sides, just in case. There's also a blue strip at the bottom, and it's, of course, mainly white. Then at the back, you've also got a few more balconies, and there's nothing really else on the back here. So without further ado, guys, let's go in, and I'm actually going to go up to the top level and work my way down, which I think is the best way to do it. So guys, here we are, we're actually on the top floor, right by the staircases. So first, we got a few rooms. The other side is identical, and these are just rooms that look out onto the front, like the premium rooms, I guess you could say. And as I've said, the room on the other side is identical, but with, I think, like different beds. So then let's go into this first room, and just off to the side is this little toilet. There's another one on the opposite side, but the main part of this is this huge open room. So I'm actually going to do the bottom half, and then I'm going to go around this top half afterwards. So here we've got a casino with a little bar here, with these like mesh walls, and I kind of did this because I kind of like how the sporter block looks, and I didn't really want to have like a solid wall here, so I thought this kind of looked artistic. And we've got this little bar with some bar stools. You've got these 2 TVs down here, and of course you've got the roulette tables. Then all the way around the outside you've got these sofas with plants just by the windows. And then the second half of this room is a basketball court, and I've tried to make this as small as possible but try and make it look kind of cool, so this is the best way I could do it. Then if we come down around the side here, if I can actually get down there without crashing into stuff, you've got another one of these aquariums, identical to the one I had in my house, but just with a different layout with the dispensers and of course the plants. And we've got another pufferfish, so I guess it's the pufferfish episode. So then if we fly out of here and go upstairs, it's just this rug around the outside, just kind of like a walk area, just so you can watch everything. And then in this room, we have the main room of the entire cruise ship, which is the captain's room, and you've got kind of like the steering wheel here, you've got a load of controls, a big desk around the outside, a huge window, so you can see everything around you. They also have like this little desk, which is supposed to be like a map, but I kind of can't do it in Minecraft. And this huge bookcase. So next up, let's go down another level. Let's go down these stairs and go down these stairs right here to this floor, which is the floor of the deck. So let's come around here, and down here is the food court, and there's a few shops. So the first shop right here is a hair salon. Then if you come down here, there is the huge food court where you can get your food right over here at the desk. And then there's loads of different colourful places for you guys to sit down. And there's balconies all around the outside where you can just watch the sea. So then if you come around the other side, this place isn't actually a shop, but I just thought I'd add it in. So this is pretty self-explanatory. It's just for guys to play ping pong when they're on the cruise ship. And that's it on this level, except from like a few little plant pots and some sofas. So let's go down to the next level, which I have to come around here for. And let's go down, and you've got the shining carpet once again. So first of all of these rooms on this level are actually rooms for people to stay in. So as you can see in here, you've got a desk lamp, and you've got some double beds all along here. Then down here you've also got another toilet, and there's another one on the other side which is exactly the same. All of these rooms are the same on this side as well. And then also on this level you also have the gift shop. So of course you've got loads of bookshelves, you've got like this bargain bin in the middle with loads of different knickknacks, and then you've got this, which is the front desk, so you can buy all your stuff. But there's also a hidden thing down here, and this is going to be hard to show. So if you keep going down here, and you keep going down, this actually leads out to this special room down here, which is the boiler room. And this is actually very dark, but there's just loads and loads and loads of things in here just to symbolise like the boilers and the engines of the ship. And I think you guys are smart enough to kind of see what it's supposed to be. So next up, if you come out of the gift shop, there's another floor, and this has got another really cool pattern. I actually like this pattern more than the shining pattern up there. I just think this looks really cool, and you always see like these really old-fashioned, kind of like hideous-looking floor patterns everywhere on cruise ships. But anyway, we've got more rooms here, and these are supposed to be like family rooms on this level. So you've got a smaller window here, but you've also got some bunk beds and a double bed. And this is the same in all the rooms, like for instance this one. So all of this side is red, and I think all of this side is purple. And yes, there we go, see? So then if you come down to the end of the corridor, all these rooms are the same. There's another little staircase leading down, and this is a very special room as well. And this is like a little theatre, because you always have cruise ship theatres, and you come down here, you sit in your seat, and you watch a little show. And with that out of the way, that is the entire cruise ship done. And this has been an absolutely huge project for me to build in this world. So guys, with that out of the way, that is everything I built in this world this year. And as you can tell, I've actually built less than last year, but I have had a few huge projects like this cruise ship and the medieval town, because I wanted to shake it up a little bit, and I felt like everything in the city was getting a bit stale. Like I was just having like multiple versions of things. So I thought, let's branch out and do something a bit different. and I'm so happy that I did because this has turned out so amazingly. So guys, that is everything, and I wish you've had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a great New Year. This has been a pretty rough year, I mean, let's be fair. So I hope 2021 is a lot better for you guys. Just have a great year. I'll be continuing doing videos in the new year, and there's actually going to be a video tomorrow because I always release on a Saturday, and that'll be the last video of 2020. And then I'm going to be doing some new exciting things in 2021, so stay tuned for that. And of course, guys, I hope you've enjoyed me coming around my old world, Chunkyland, which I made I think about 6 or 7 years ago. It has been so long since I made this world. And I really do suggest you go and check out last year's video just to see the changes, and I think you guys will be surprised by how much has changed. So guys, I've been Luke from RetroRevival. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye.